top of this whole story as far as Discord and the PlayStation integration. Long time coming for this particular feature to be integrated, so we'll talk about that. Also want to give you guys a heads up on One Piece Odyssey. Want to go over my initial impressions. The game is out. I've played 5 hours of it, and coming from a non-One Piece fan, I thought it would be interesting to talk about that game. Not going to do a dedicated video at this stage of the game, just because I want to complete the game before we completely dive into it, but nonetheless, we'll talk about that. And also, DBZ Kakarot Season Pass 2 is live right now. Want to go over the price point of it? It's more expensive than Season Pass 1, but I'll go over why. Of course, the PlayStation 5 free upgrade is out today, so we'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, PlayStation 5 version 7.0 to include Discord and cloud streaming for PlayStation 5 games. This is a very notable update that people have been waiting on for a very, very long time. It notes on Insider Gaming sources have provided information on what to expect with the upcoming PlayStation 5 7.0 update schedule for March. Now remember, these milestone updates, your .0s, they generally are pretty notable. The update currently scheduled for March 8th, 2023. This was revealed by Henderson all the way back in August of 2022. Will include the full Discord integration that was revealed all the way back in 2021. On top of that, it was noted that sources have revealed that PlayStation 5 games will be streamable on PlayStation 5 via cloud streaming to save that all-important drive space. It was said that this feature will be included in the PlayStation Plus Premium tier. The feature under the project name Acronis has been in development and testing for a number of months, sources have revealed. I don't know how relevant that is to you guys. Game streaming is kind of a meme at this stage of the game, but you know, for those of you with high-quality internet services, if you're not playing like fast-paced Twitch shooters, I guess it's okay, and maybe some of you guys will be able to take advantage of that. Bear in mind that it is ideal, absolutely necessary that you are on a wired connection for that. I know that if you're on a 5 gigahertz line, it's a little bit better, but nonetheless, there you go with that. Insider Gaming also understands that the public beta for the PlayStation 5 7.0 update will start in the coming days, with the completion date ending on January the 30th. Sources have said that beta testers will not be able to use the Discord integration functionality during the beta, so that's a little bit of a bummer. But nonetheless, Discord is the premier voice over IP service, and it's just a good way for you to talk on all platforms. Like, Discord is something that my non-gamer friends even use just to interact with people. It's really become one of the premier tools just to interact with people, talk to people, message people, etc., etc. So nice to see that this is finally going to be implemented on PlayStation. Long time coming for this one, because I remember going back to, again, like 2021, 2022, talking about this pretty regularly and talking about how massive of a feature and addition this would be for PlayStation. Just, you know, expanding that service and also breaking down some walls. For a long time, PlayStation wasn't the friendliest of companies to work with when it came to, you know, connecting everybody together, breaking down the walls, making sure, you know, everybody can play with everybody. I mean, PlayStation was kind of the last one to jump on board as far as that's concerned. I know people will bring up, hey, Microsoft is doing all this other stuff, blah, 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 blah. Nonetheless, I just want to see more features available on PlayStation, and overall the feature set to be more compelling, and this is definitely a step in the right direction. Along with the Discord integration, PlayStation 5 game streaming, which, I don't know, maybe that's going to be something that incentivizes you to sign up for Plus Premium. I don't think so. I think, you know, PlayStation 3 backwards compatibility, baby, would still be the biggest thing to get people to sign up for that service. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, I don't know if that's going to be coming anytime in the near future. But hey, March ain't that far away, 2 months away. That'll be here before you know it, so good on that. Alright, moving on from that, I do want to note that One Piece Odyssey is out today. We've been talking about this game quite a bit, and that's kind of surprising given that, you know, I don't watch the One Piece anime. I've been very upfront with you guys about that, but I also said, this is the first real major game release of the year, and I think it's going to have a lot of attention on it, and boy oh boy, I feel like it does, and the game is being received rather well. I want to say on Metacritic, last I checked, it was sitting at a 75, which, hey, for a anime title, 75, we'll take that all day long. Actually, it's at a 76 right now for the PlayStation 5 version of the game, so not bad at all score-wise. Okay, so I've played 5 hours of the game. I played 1 hour a few days ago, and then I really got into it yesterday and played like 4 hours straight, and gotta say, really enjoying it. Absolutely, if you are a One Piece fan, it is going to hit with you a lot more than it hits with me. Some of the context is missing, and I do gotta piece some things together. I asked a couple friends, you know, that are super into One Piece, you know, just insight into specific things that were mentioned, but I still feel like this is a JRPG that you can rather enjoy. You are introduced right away to the cast, so I feel like you don't have that build-up, getting to know the entirety of the cast. That's why being a One Piece fan is really going to help you, because you have an entire party right out the gate, and, you know, that is something that maybe is a little bit of an adjustment if you do, if you're not a big fan of One Piece. I feel like these characters are pretty notable enough that everybody has some sort of familiarity with them. Like, who doesn't know Luffy? Who doesn't know Zoro? Although I feel like in the North American dub, was he called Zolo? I don't know, but nonetheless, I feel like everybody knows these characters, but you don't know the relationships between the characters, and you don't have that much investment. That's why the fact that I'm enjoying this game, yo, if you're a One Piece fan, I feel like you're gonna really enjoy this game. That's generally the case when it comes to these anime titles. Like, even with DBZ Kakarot, I said the same thing. Even though that game retold the entirety of the story of DBZ, I feel like if you're a fan of the anime first, you're just gonna enjoy games like that even more. But this is a competent and well-made JRPG. I also have to say, like, the animations for the moves themselves during the turn-based combat look fantastic. The animations and whatnot look great. I am, like, very, very surprised. No English dub, which is a little bit of a bummer, but hey, what can you do? I feel like, you know, for One Piece fans, you're probably watching the subbed anime anyway, so that's not that big of a deal, but it's something I should note. I've been watching a little bit more anime recently. I've been really on the dub kick recently. I don't know. I just too stupid to read subtitles these days, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, enjoying this game. Most people are saying, hey, it's Dragon Quest with a One Piece skin on it. Can definitely see that. You know, the side content so far hasn't been anything that crazy. I'm hearing 30 to 40 hours for the length of the game, so I'm definitely still early on, and we'll see ultimately how it turns out. But man, enjoying the game a lot more than I thought I would, and I think they did. I don't know if they were planning on doing this, but timing-wise, I think they hit this game and got it out right when it needed to be out, right before the immense wave of your Dead Space remakes, your Forspokens, your Hogwarts Legacies, but right after the big wave in the fall. You had that little bit of a lull, and I'm just hearing people talk about One Piece Odyssey that wouldn't have been interested in this game if there were a billion other games coming out. What that means is you're talking about this game gonna be one of those top stream titles, one of those games that people are gonna create content for, just because we do have this, like, kind of empty period, and I feel like that's gonna do the game a lot of good. More importantly than anything, the game is being received well. Like, that was of utmost importance, but I'm saying outside of that, from a release date standpoint, they really got a winner as far as that's concerned, and I feel like that's one underrated aspect of dropping a game. Like, you look at February and there's so many games coming out that I feel like some of them are just gonna get lost in the shuffle, where if they did come out, let's say this week, it would be a little bit different. I get it. Developers are going to get games when they're done. Publishers are going to release them when they want to release them. But in the case of One Piece Odyssey, I really think that's going to help out the game as well. And I think this game's going to do fairly well from a commercial standpoint as well. So, yeah, maybe this will be something we see more of. Like, you really can't do another RPG. I mean, you could do another JRPG like this for One Piece. Like I said, I would love to see something like this in the world of Naruto, just because then I could really, really enjoy it, being a big Naruto fan. But not gonna lie, like, playing this game made me kind of want to watch One Piece. I don't know if I'm gonna do it, like, you know, 900 episodes or whatever. And by the way, Chopper, by far my favorite character. A damn reindeer that gets jacked. How can he not be everybody's favorite character? Chopper's the man. Nonetheless, yeah, enjoying my time with it. If you're not a big One Piece fan, maybe wait for it to go on sale. But if you're a One Piece fan, I think you're gonna really, really enjoy this game. Nonetheless, there you go with that. Wanted to get my 2 cents in on that. And then also, I do want to highlight another game. DBZ Kakarot, Season Pass 2 drops today, along with the first piece of DLC. That first piece of DLC is, of course, Bardock Alone Against Fate. Now, Season Pass 2 is priced at $39.99, so this is an expensive Season Pass. You might be wondering why it's more expensive than Season Pass 1. Well, the verbiage on Season Pass 1 was that it included 2 original episodes and 1 new story. The 1 new story was what you were really paying for. The Trunks, the Future Trunks arc. That was a really well done piece of DLC that gave you, like, 5 hours of content, maybe a little bit more than that if you're trying to do everything, and that was really good. The 2 original episodes, they were kind of memes. This Season Pass, on the other hand, notes that you have 3 additional story arcs, so I assume that all of the pieces of content are gonna be at the level of the Trunks content that we saw with Season Pass 1, meaning Bardock alone against Fate, then we have the tournament arc that they are teasing. I mean, I think it's a formality that that's what it's gonna be, and then we have the third piece of DLC, which hopefully, fingers crossed for something Broly related. I feel like if you want to print money, that'd be an easy way to do so, but if they want to do a Season Pass 3, like, what better way to sell people on another Season Pass for this game than doing Broly content? But nonetheless, I feel like Bardock is a good way to get people engaged. Although, I talked to one of my boys, and I was like, yo, you know, DBZ Kakarot's getting some new DLC, and, because I knew he was super into this game, and I told him it was the Bardock content, and he just completely laughed at that, and was like, yo, Bardock's whack, and he was just like, I can't vibe with that story. But nonetheless, I feel like, if you're a fan of DBZ, like, I'm not a hardcore DBZ fan, but don't people like Bardock? I feel like Bardock, the whole Bardock arc was pretty good, and seeing that in DBZ Kakarot, I feel like is gonna be pretty good, and they are extending it a little bit, like, you're gonna get more out of that Bardock story, because the Bardock story was, I believe it was like a 45-minute TV special back in the day, so, like, yeah, you're getting, like, a content with, you know, you're getting a whole story arc with side content and everything like that. Nonetheless, wanted to give you guys an update on that as well. But that is going to do it for me. Again, PlayStation 5 version 7.0 to be coming in March, including Discord and cloud streaming for PlayStation 5 games, so that is something to know. One Piece Odyssey out today. If you're a One Piece fan, based on my initial impressions, I think you're going to enjoy this game a lot. Like, I'm going to play a lot more of it, and I'm enjoying the game quite a bit. So take that for what you will. And DBZ Kakarot Season Pass 2, do want to note that's $39.99, but I do think it's going to have quite